he went to the doctor for a stomach ache, and they said they did some tests, and they said you got cancer everywhere. You got 3 weeks,
Hmm.
and so of course, we took him home, and we're all my mother and my brother and sister were all there just downstairs, just freaking out in tears. He was upstairs, and because I'm such a inquisitive monkey, I had to sort of understand what's he going through.
Yeah. Hmm.
What's going through your brain when you're being told something like that? So I went up to him the second day and I said, "Listen, John, we're all freaking out. What's going through your head?"
Hmm.
And he said, "You know what's really funny? Yesterday I came home and I was so angry. I was so bitter. And I said, why is this happening to me? This morning I woke up and I felt nothing but gratitude because I wasn't hit by a bus. I wasn't gone like this." He said, "Do you realize we've got 3 weeks together to say everything that we wanted to say, to just be completely no pretense, nothing like that, and just, love each other." And for those 3 weeks, we spoke every single day as he sort of declined. And we spoke about everything from, like, he said, I think it was day 3, he suddenly said, "You know what's really funny? All those concerns you have when you're alive, like, oh, my next door neighbor's got a better car than me, or my brother makes more money than me, or this, all these little silly things you worry about." He said, being told you're going to die imminently washes all of those stupid things away. Like nothing matters anymore. And he said,
Hmm.
you're left with the 2 or 3 things that are super important to you. So I asked him, what are those for him? And he said, I'd spent as much time as possible with my kids. I had loved and I had been loved. And I'd done some work for charity in my later years because it gave me such perspective on life.
Hmm.
And so then we spoke about this thing about, like, what is the concept of life? Like, asking somebody who's about to die, they can see their life in its entirety. So they
Hmm.
get to sort of assess everything. And we came to this conclusion that life is about survival, obviously. You got to
Yeah.
feed yourself, feed your
Hmm.
family. But if you're privileged enough to have food on the table and have money in the bank and a roof over your head and everything, you've got to use that to help others achieve their goals. And
Hmm.
you got to use it. Don't lose it, use it. And anyway, after 3 weeks, he died literally to the day 3 weeks. And I came home with this lesson called future hindsight,
Hmm.
where every decision I make is based upon how I will feel about it at the end of my life. And it makes life so easy. It's just anything from the most stupid thing, like, if I get a job and they say, listen, huge celebrity, big paycheck, it's on this date. And you're like, well, actually, it's my son's 3rd birthday. And then you think, hang on, so it's like money and celebrity and the story and all my son's birthday. And then, of course, on your deathbed, you're going to go, well, no, obviously it's an obvious thing. I'm going to be with my son. Um, and so I started doing things that, like, I started writing poetry. I started writing children's books because beforehand I was too scared to do that because I was thinking, what are people going to think of me? They're going to think I'm an idiot. I'm a photographer. That's my lane.
Hmm.
And I'm a sort of a straight white guy. And, all these sort of labels, these constrictions you put on yourself. And then I was like, well, hang on a minute. On my deathbed, am I going to think to myself, oh my God, thank God you didn't write any poetry? How
Hmm.
embarrassing that would have been. You're
Hmm.
going to think, if I had something light and love to share out, I'm going to do it. Thank God I did that. Thank God
Hmm.
I did everything that came to my mind creatively, as long as it's for good, obviously.
Yeah.